Hey guys, welcome back to Jarynails. Today's tutorial is my best attempt at water marbling and the way that I make it work for me. So let's get to it. First off, you're going to need water, room temperature water. This is just your regular tap water. It's up to you if you want to use bottled water or any other kind, but this is what works for me. And it works best, I guess, when you leave it in room temperature for about 2 hours before you actually do the water marbling with it. That will ensure that the water is not too hot or too cold. It's just room temperature. So one of the nail polishes that best works for me is Sally Hansen, the extreme wear line, because there are most of the polishes are very creamy. Many people recommended it, so I do have a few laying around, and they are creamy as many people suggested, and it's actually good. As you can see, it's very creamy and thick as well. um, Although Sally Hansen recently changed the logo on their bottles, as you can see before, the big X. It used to be a thicker and bolder X, now it's a small one. So it happened that with another nail polish they changed the formula, so I don't know if it happened with other colors as well. So just be on the lookout. If it doesn't work, I'm going to show you what other nail polishes work for me, like this one from Zoya. This is a metallic nail polish, and I tested it not too long ago, and it actually worked really well for me. Um, it's not necessarily cream, it's metallic, like I said, but it works. Another one that works is this one, Mesmerized by Essie. It's actually another good one. It's also a cream one, and I've used it before. Another one that I have tested, it's from She Nail Polish. I'll post a link with all the description, all the colors that I'm showing you guys in here. So this is another one that worked, and I actually posted a picture with a water marble using this one. And another one that you're going to use is masking tape. This will help to cover your skin around your nails and minimize the mess that is water marbling. Also, you're going to need more than 2 toothpicks to create your pattern on the surface of the water. So this first one is just a test, and for this one I'm going to be using a Shimmer nail polish, and this one is actually a cream polish, and the water is room temperature, like I said before. And just picking with the nail polish wand with a brush, just open the bottle and bring it as close as possible to the water. Just clean one side off, the other one leave it as it is, and wait for the nail polish, for a drop of nail polish to drop on the water. But don't do it too far, because then the polish may go to the bottom of the glass. Do it as close as possible, but not touching the water. And in here I'm adding a second drop, so you can see. You know that it's going to work when it spread all over the surface of the water. So in here I'm adding a third coat, if you may say. And again, as you can see, it's spreading all over the surface. Now I'm going to use another KB Shimmer, and the same way, you have to be patient or pick enough polish so you can drop faster on the water. And as you can see, this one may not be the same consistency as the other formula, but also it's been sitting for a couple of minutes, seconds more. That's why it didn't spread as far as the other color did. It's because for this test I was waiting more than normal to add the second coat. Now in here, if you can see, if you let the nail polish sit for too long on the surface of the water, this is what's going to happen. It's going to get goopy and you won't be able to do anything with it. So give it always test first, and so you can measure how much time you need in between and all that before you actually create your pattern for your nails. And then just to pick it up, blow on the water, let it dry completely before picking it up with a toothpick. I'm sorry if you see my hands moving, it's because I actually was talking throughout the video, but then I decided to do a voiceover, because otherwise it was going to be too long. Now, after you pick up the polish from the surface of the water, just with a cotton ball and acetone, just clean it. I mean, at this time I had only 5 or 6 toothpick laying around, so I didn't have many. That's why I was cleaning them. But if you don't want to waste them, just clean them with the acetone, and you can be able to reuse it. In here, I'm trying again. This is another test and going a little bit faster in here. So the same thing, you with a toothpick and cleaning every time that you do a swipe across the surface, clean it up because it's going to build up on the tip of the nail. The toothpick, and you can do whatever pattern. I mean, it's hard to create a specific pattern unless you have a lot of practice, and in this case I don't have a lot of practice. And as you can see, it was taking some kind of form, but then I moving on and waiting for it to dry a little bit more before picking it up. If you have pieces or leftover or nail polish on the surface of the water, you may have to change the water, so that's why I recommend to let it dry until you're able to do this and pick it up with a toothpick. Again, if you want to reuse this, use acetone to clean it up and reuse it. Now, my hands are ready for having some water marble on my nails, so I'm going to paint them with this nail polish. Any white nail polish. This will make the color pop. Whatever color you decide to use on the water marble, a white base will make it pop. And here, as you can see, I don't bother to clean them up, because at the end, after the water marbling, you're going to do that. Now, here, this is how, out of focus, of course, I cover my skin with the masking tape. Just go all around, and with the second piece, just cover the other part and leaving, minimal skin out for your water marble. So in here, I'm going to be using a color by Julie G and another by Essie, the Mesmerized color. Like I said, I'll post everything on the description box. And here I'm adding, as you can see, spreading beautifully on the water. I'm not always that lucky, so it just takes a lot of practice and patience, a lot of patience. So you can do as many rings as you like. And as you can see it in here, honestly, I didn't keep account. I didn't do the same amount of rings for each nail, but I was just going with the flow. And I just kept adding and adding nail polish. So now I'm ready to work something out. This is nothing on mine. It's just playing around, basically. See what I like from here. You can go for any direction with the nail polish, so you can create lines and patterns and different forms. And that part that I circle is what I wanted to add to my nail. So I insert in my finger and wait for it and blow on the water to dry it up, as you can see. It dried up to dry up, to pick it up, like I said before. And then remove the tape so that nail is free and not tight with the tape. And as you can see also, there's no much cleanup to do. So moving on to the second finger. work again. See, in here I'm doing a different pattern, but at the end it ended up looking up the same. But I also made a big bubble in this design. So you can see that not everything works when you want it to work. And by looking at the video, I know what I did wrong in here is because I left my finger too close to the surface of the water. So the more deep into the water that you have it, the better. Just blow on the water, like I said before, to dry it up so you're able to pick it up and not leave anything behind on the water. So this, my mistake, my mess. As you can see, a big glob of polish stayed on my nail and messed up my design. So I'm just going to move on and continue to the next one. Again, it's all a matter of trial. Give it a try, keep trying until you get the hang of it. It's actually very easy. If you want to take it to another level, you can go ahead, and once you feel confident, this is just what works for me. Sometimes I'm very, very lucky. Other days I'm just a complete mess and give up in the middle of the process. But it's just be determined to learn and to practice, and then you'll eventually do well in this technique. Blow in the water for a few seconds until it dries, and then pick it up. Now carefully remove the tape from your finger. And as you can see, we don't have that much cleanup. In here, I didn't do as many rings as for the other nails, but it did the same pattern, sort of saying. On the nail that had the that I had the accident, what I did, I removed the nail polish and just added a texture nail polish to make it an accent nail, as you can see. And for the cleanup, to clean up any mess, use a Q-tip and acetone to clean your skin. Also, don't forget to clean behind your nail on your skin, because you do get nail polish behind your nail on your skin for sure. Like I did there, I went really quick under the nail, but just look, flip over your hand and go and clean up under your nails as well. Then after you do that, using a flat brush, dip in acetone, clean the closest parts to your nails. And after you're done, just add your favorite top coat. One that doesn't smudge the design, like my Glisten and Glow. It's perfect for this. And you'll be done. I hope that this really helps on your water marbling. If you have any questions or comments, please write them below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.